Welcome this morning to this beautiful place of worship among friends. Welcome to this service where we focus on the music and chanting of the Taizé community. Our scripture reading this morning is from Eugene Peterson's The Message, Romans 12, 9 through 21. Love from the center of who you are. Don't fake it. Run for dear life from evil and hold on for dear life to good. Be good friends who love deeply. Practice playing second fiddle. Don't burn out. Keep yourselves fueled and aflame. Be alert servants of the Master, cheerfully expectant. Don't quit in hard times. Pray all the harder. Help needy Christians. Be inventive in hospitality. Bless your enemies. No cursing under your breath. Laugh with your happy friends when they're happy. Share tears when they're down. Get along with each other. Don't be stuck up. Make friends with nobodies. Don't be the great somebody. And don't hit back. Discover the beauty in everyone. If you've got it in you, get along with everybody. Don't insist on getting even. That's not for you to do. I'll do the judging, says God. I'll take care of it. Our scriptures tell us that if you see your enemy hungry, go buy that person lunch. Or if he's thirsty, give him a drink. Your generosity will surprise him with goodness. And don't let evil get the best of you. Get the best of evil by doing good. The Revised Standard Version ends with, by so doing, you will heap burning coals on his head. One fine day, as I was walking down the Groton Rail Trail, I heard a noise, what sounded like a giant tractor-trailer truck chugging along Old Farmer's Row, which was fairly nearby. But it didn't quite sound like a large truck. I looked into the woods in the direction of the roadway. It seemed the sound was coming toward me. And then I saw the wind, and I watched it move through the trees, gently blowing leaves and twigs in front of it as it came along, coming up to the trail and across the pond. I actually watched the wind move through the trees. It was awesome to think that I actually watched the wind come and move through the trees. Wind, spirit, breath of God. What would it be like to live in a spirit-filled life, one caught and moved by the breath of God? Paul tries to capture this in his long list of things to do. I prefer James, who writes, if you see my faith in action, if you see my deeds, if you see what I do, you will see my faith. Now we may be saved by faith, by our trust in God, but that faith at the center of our being must just automatically, routinely flow out of us into our actions, our thoughts and deeds. The first president of the United Church of Christ said that the way we treat other people is the way we treat God. Well, turn that around. The way we treat God, the way we love and live in God, is the way we treat other people. God's love, God's way of relating in abundant welcome and compassion just flows out of us in kindness and goodness. We can be persistent for good in the face of danger. We won't insist on judgment, which God alone can do. We won't hold grievances, nor ever look to pay evil for evil. Goodness will flow naturally and without really having to think about it when we live from our center of God's love. Is the enemy hungry? Feed her. Is your enemy thirsty? Give him a drink. Perhaps in the surprise of unexpected kindness, you just might make a friend. I love Paul's closing statement. By so doing, you will heap burning coals on his head. Wow! Is that a blessing or a punishment? Well, Paul uses it as a blessing. But heaping glowing, burning coals? Have you been to a housewarming? Greeting new arrivals to the neighborhood, or celebrating a friend's new home? Housewarming goes back to a very ancient custom of carrying burning coals, glowing coals, to start a fire in the new home. Now, new homes have cold hearths. No one has had a chance to build a fire in it. Housewarmings were meant to kindle a new fire in the new home, one that was not allowed to go out. A tremendous blessing. Acts of kindness, acts of justice and welcome kindle new fires of relationship. Old hatreds and judgments are burned away to be replaced with glowing embers of affection and harmony. Don't let evil get the best of you. Get the best of evil with good. Let the breath of God breathe through you.